Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Wi-Fi battle in the NPC League, this time against Eggsy, who was a gym leader who had an incredible record before I challenged him. He had like a 33-3 record, and I was like, holy shit. He was rocking the mono water gym, so I was kind of, you know what, I wanted to challenge him, a little bit, what can you say? I wanted to counter him. I wanted to make a team that could counter any water team that he could come up with. Offensive Rain, bulky Gyarados, Suicune, any Pokemon he could bring, I wanted to counter them. And that is what I ended up with this nice team right here. As you can see on my team, I had Mega Gengar. Mega Gengar was basically there to trap any rain setter. Like if he had Pelipper in and I could trap it, I could get rid of it with Thunderbolt. It also had Hex, because I do have Toxic Spikes, so maybe a late Hex sweep could be a thing. And I also had I think Perish Song and what else did I have? Will-O-Wisp? I don't know. Those were just filler moves. Thunderbolt and Hex were mainly the two moves I was going for. I had Alolan Ninetales. For anyone who's played against water, they know that Alolan Ninetales is his worst enemy, especially with Freeze Dry, because any Rain Sweeper is pretty much like 4 times weak against Freeze Dry. So I had like Freeze Dry, I had Sheer Cold, because, filler moves, might bring Sheer Cold. I of course had the Aurora Veil and Encore in case he tried to set up on me with something like a Suicune. Again, very prepared for that. I had Scarf Katana. The reason why I brought Scarf Katana is because it could outspeed a +1 Mega Gyarados, as well as any Rain Sweepy who wanted to bring me outside of Rain. I brought Toxapex. This thing was mainly for, any Rain Sweeper that got out of control. I could bring in Toxapex. This is a Spadef Toxapex, and he could set up Toxic Spikes in case he had like a bulkier team to, whittle his team a little bit down. I had Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele was, I don't know what. Tapu Lele is really the only Pokemon I don't know why I brought. I was like, I like Tapu Lele. I had like a Electrium Z Tapu Lele with Core Mind, and I was originally supposed to have Psychic on it, or Psyshock, but I switched it with Taunt because, again, I was afraid of some setup shenanigans. And of course I had Calm Mind. Not of course, but I did have Calm Mind. So this is probably the only Tapu Lele you're ever going to see without any Psychic moves. And of course I had Alomomola. This thing was for something like, well, it can switch in on things like Gyarados. It can, it is especially good against Mega Swampert. Doesn't barely take any damage and threaten to burn it with Scald. And yeah, that is my team. If you look at Eggsy's team, you're probably going to notice that his team is not Rain, because there's no Rain setter there. I'm just going to tell something funny, because before I battled Eggsy, I had like a lot of Trick Room. I used Trick Room basically every match. And looking at his team, I was like, wait a second, do you bring Trick Room against me? This is cute. This is super cute. So I just like, and he's got a lot of slow Pokemon, a lot of hard-hitting Pokemon. He's got 2 Trick Room setters. I'm up for this. I can take this. I'm not. You bringing Trick Room to the Trick House. That's cute. So let's see how this battle went, because I know for a fact that his slow bro might be something like Oblivious or something, and yeah. Anyways, we are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Eggsy with a cool pose and everything. He just sends out his Slowbro first. Very, very, very predictable. I'm just sending Gengar. Gengar is pretty expendable in this matchup. It doesn't really do a lot. I mean, it can Hex Sweep, but like any Pokemon on my team can sweep. I'm just gonna Mega Evolve and go for a Thunderbolt, getting some damage off on it. I'm not really too afraid of Gengar. Because like, yeah, it's not going to do a lot. So get a Thunderbolt off. It does a cute amount of damage. It is kind of good as he just goes for Trick Room. And I'm like, okay, I know how to beat Trick Room. I'm just going to stall out your Trick Room turns, and then you can't touch me. You can't touch me, man. I'm just going to switch out Gengar here. Switching hard into my Kimari, the sweet little Alamalama, as he fires off a Z move, Psychium Z. That's scary. That's really, really scary. Thank God I switched out there. Otherwise, Gengar would be well, pretty much in Gengar heaven. But as you're gonna see, I know my Alomomola is very bulky. I'm invested, like, everything you really invest in an Alomomola is bulk. So I know I can take this, and look at this. It does barely over half, and with leftover recovery and protect, I'm gonna go over the yellow bar again. So he can't 2-hit KO me, no matter what he does. He's gonna switch out, preserve one of his Trick Rooms. That's smart, as he goes hard into this Golisopod, as I just burn and protect. Now I know for a fact that this Golisopod cannot KO me from this range. I did some calcs, and I know for a fact that he cannot KO me, so I'm just gonna go for the knockoff here, as he goes for the Leech Life. And as you're gonna see, that does a lot of damage, so I kinda guess that this is like a banded variant, and what do you know? It is indeed banded. So this thing's damage output is severely limited now that it's lost its choice band. I can continue to just stall out the Trick Room right here, as he's just gonna stay in and go for Leech Life, you know. Alomomola does have a regenerator, so I'm not too afraid of, you know, I'm gonna heal up just once I just switch out. This turn I am gonna switch out into my Toxapex, trying to get up some toxic spikes. As my man Eggsy here goes hard into Jellicent. So I'm like, okay, Jellicent is kind of cute. It's probably gonna try to set up a Trick Room or something, as I'm just gonna go hard for the Toxic Spikes. He actually goes for Will-O-Wisp, which I'm like, okay, are you actually gonna try to do this? Are you actually gonna try to kill my penguin? That's not nice. I know that for the fact that this thing can't touch this thing whatsoever. Like, there's nothing Jellicent can do. I'm just gonna get up my Toxic Spikes. I'm not even gonna bother switching out here. I'm just gonna go for the safe knockoff, as he actually switches again back into the Slowbro. Again, just taking a nice round of poison. And remember, he didn't set up Trick Room, so I'm like, okay, you're sending Slowbro again. That's okay. Okay, I see you. And as you saw, that knockoff did absolutely nothing because I'm burned. However, that's not why I have knockoff on this thing. It's basically just to get rid of items. I'm just gonna go for a second knockoff though, because this does put him in range of poison, as he sets up Trick Room for a second time. I did have no problem whatsoever to stall out this first round of Trick Room, so I guess I'm not gonna have any problem stalling out the second as well. His Golisopod has lost his choice band, and you know, he's used his Z move. He doesn't have a choice band, and like, what is gonna take down his Toxapex? Like, tell me your Toxapex answers. He goes hard into Arachnid, and I'm like, okay. Again, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna stay in and go for knockoff, because I know for a fact that this thing can't do much. It goes for Leech Life, probably predicting a switch or something, but I'm not falling for that, man. I'm not falling for that. I'm never gonna switch out this Toxapex, because I could just go hard for the knockoff here, get rid of this thing's life orb, so now this thing's damage output is limited as well. Holy shit, Toxapex is doing work. His whole Trick Room team is now limited to, well, Mega Blastoise? Is that the only sweeper he has? Like, this thing can't really do much. Look at this liquidation. Yum. I have 4 defense investment. I'm 252 HP, 252 speed def, and he did nothing. As you can see, the poison is going to wear him down faster than he can kill me, because I do also pack the recover on this set, as I'm going to go for now. He just go for a second liquidation though, which is smart, you know, trying to whittle down my Toxapex as much as he can. Gets a defense drop, you know, that's nice for him. You know, I can just go for the safe recover, healing back all that damage, and plus regenerated. That's going to be like, that's a new Toxapex. Toxapex basically didn't take any damage in this game. At least not this far into the game. And now I'm going to do a little bit of a cheeky thing. I'm going to go hard from Toxapex into Kartana. This is his last turn of Trick Room, so I can just start spamming Leaf Blade. Nothing want to come in on this thing. He goes for Liquidation. As you can see, that does nothing to the Katana. Katana is pretty bulky in defense, so it can easily tank Arachnid for days. The Twisted Dimensions return to normal, and you know what I'm gonna press. I'm gonna press the Leaf Blade. Where's your switching? Where's your sack, man? I'm just gonna get the Beast Boost rolling, and now it's looking very, very bad for my boy Eggsy here. Look, like, what is he gonna do against this? He switches in Jellicent, so I'm like, are you Grass Resist Berry thingy, or why did you switch in this? I guess he's gonna try to set up Trick Room again, so I'm just gonna go for the Leaf Blade. Maybe he's hoping for a Cursed Body or something stupid like that. He does do Leaf Blade though, no Berry Resist whatsoever, but the Cursed Body does stop him. stop me from sweeping him 6-0, so that's kind of lame. But I do get the beast boost stuff, nice. On a +2 struggle in case I want to do that. He switches in Blastoise, and I'm like, I don't want to make this battle go on forever. I know for a fact that I can go into Toxapex and just recover stall this thing to death. But I'm not the kind of guy. I'm gonna go hard into Gengar. I don't need, as I said, I don't need Gengar in this match. I know Gengar can sweep, but so can every other Pokemon on my team. So he's just gonna Mega Evolve his Blastoise, as he's gonna go for a very, very solid play here. Just go hard for the Dark Pulse, and he is gonna kill my Gengar, which goes down. That's okay. I'm not worried. I'm not worried because this allows me to get my Alolan Ninetales out. And you know what the worst thing about this Alolan? You know what the worst thing for Trick Room is? You know, this is not a good matchup for Trick Room. Like, you need to get 1-hit KOs, at least 2-hit KOs, and well, now I'm gonna make it basically impossible for him. So I get up the Aurora Veil, basically halving all his damage. Like, what is it? Look at it. Look at this Water Pulse. Look at this. Does absolutely nothing. Unfortunately, though, he confuses me, which is okay. I'm not worried. Again, I'm not worried. However, I'm not gonna play around with the confusion because, well, it's confusion. I hate hacks. So I'm just gonna switch hard into my Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele, the cutest little Lele, the best Tapu in the game. Set up the nice Psychic Surge. Unfortunately, I don't have any Psychic moves to abuse it with. I kind of regret that now. He's gonna go for the Water Pulse. That does absolutely nothing. Like, that's a Mega Launch boosted, probably 252 plus special attack Water Pulse, and it did absolutely nothing. I am going to throw off a Z move here. This is the Electrium Z, the Gigavolt Havoc. Look how mad Lele is. Look how mad. Lele is ready to kill. Look at this. And this is going to be more than enough to take down his Mega Blastoise. You know what? You gotta appreciate it. You gotta appreciate Lele, right? Lele's good. Lele's good. Gotta appreciate a good Lele. So down goes his Blastoise. Good beat. Didn't do anything this whole game except for taking down my Gengar, which didn't really matter. He goes into Greninja, and I'm like, okay, if this is Protein and it has Gunk Shots, it can be kind of problematic. But as you're gonna see, he's not Protein, and he does not have Gunk Shots. He just goes for the Dark Pulse. He doesn't flinch me though, so I'm just gonna kill him with a nice Moonblast. Good B Greninja, and from here on out, he only has one Pokemon left, I think. And that is his Golisopod. And I wish I had Psychic here, because Psychic would just kill this thing. But we have to go for the second best thing, which is Thunderbolt. It's not gonna KO this thing, unfortunately, so I'm not gonna get a 5-0. As he kills me with the Leech Life. But guys, it is time to finish the game as it was meant to be finished. You know who's coming in. I could switch in any Pokemon on this and it would still work, but I decided that the Pokemon that deserves to kill this thing the most is the Pokemon that started it all. It is the Katana. You know, he denied me a Katana sweep. Katana's gonna get revenge, you know, as we just finish up the game with a nice Leaf Blade. So that is all. Good game, Eggsy. A quick and don't bring Trick Room to the Trick House, man. I've used Trick Room before. I know how to take it. I know a lot of people ask me in the NPC League how to beat Trick Room, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Just get rid of that Trick Room status. Waste the Trick Room turns. That's how you do it. Unfortunately for Eggsy though, as he has a mono water team, he doesn't have a lot of good abuses of Trick Room. Like, he didn't bring Crawdon, which I was really surprised by. But like, why wouldn't you bring Crawdon? Crawdon is actually really good in Trick Room. Instead he brought like 2 bug water types, which both got knocked off and was pretty much useless the rest of the game. But the easiest way to beat Trick Room is just waste the Trick Room turns, get rid of the Trick Room status, and you are basically good to go. Trick Room only lasts for 5 turns, 4 if you discount the turn you use it. So if you have like a couple of big walls and you manage to, you know, keep them a little bit alive, you know, maybe you have Protect on one Pokemon, then you should be able to beat Trick Room. It is that simple. Trick Room is a very hyper offensive style, so keep that in mind the next time you face this kind of team. Anyway guys, that is all for me for this time. I hope you enjoyed this nice little match against Eggsy. This did put him 33-4. Unfortunately for him though, he is he haven't beaten me yet, so anyway guys, see you all later. Take care and bye bye.